Hi, Nursing 472. We are almost finished. My name is Lena, and I want to talk to you today about what I've been working on over the last 8 weeks. I have been working at HSHS St. Elizabeth's Hospital in O'Fallon with the Professional Staff Development and Education Department. I followed Angie, who's a nurse educator, over the med-surg and rehab departments, as well as the RN residency program at the hospital and division-wide. This opportunity let me experience so many different aspects of the nursing education process within the hospital, what type of leadership opportunities Angie has in the different various departments she affects, and how far education can take you really in nursing. That kind of gave me my idea for my project this 8 weeks, which was continuing education and professional development. We were working on quite a bit of different education opportunities for the nurses. One was a journal article program that gave the nurses the opportunity for CEs without having to go to any classes or anything. It's something they could do on the unit in their own time. They read an article that's evidence-based, take a quiz, and then they submit that for review and get their CE for that. The other opportunity I had was to actually teach the monthly education to the staff nurses, which was a great opportunity to speak in public and also to speak to peers, colleagues, and other people about the ways that we affect our patients with our nursing practice and the evidence base that supports how we are taking care of our patients. And the last thing I got to do was to actually present my presentation on professional development and continuing education to the RN residents that were currently going through the program right now. I presented a 1-hour presentation supported by a PowerPoint to the RN residents. It was 5 people in the class that day, and we talked about the importance of continuing education. We talked about the importance of professional development and how both of those can affect your career in the long term and what both of those really mean. Continuing education is more than just the formal education that you receive in a college, and it's encompasses the continuing education that's provided within the hospital and also the education that nurses can seek out on their own by going to different symposiums and lectures that are available within the community. We talked about the different options that are supported through their organization, HSHS, that helps them go to school a lot of the times. And one of the barriers that was noted by all of the people in my class were that they find that they have a lack of time and money to go back to school. So we talked about the fact that HSHS does do tuition reimbursement and that there are deferment payment options at some of the local universities. Regarding the aspect of time, I talked about a new cohort that's a potential it's a work in progress that we're really hoping to get off the ground here shortly, and actually our own professor, Carrie Frizzo, is working on for her DNP. Nurses and education are fantastic, and it's where HSHS employees will be able to have a cohort that goes to McKendree for their BSN, and they will work together to get through the courses, not all online and not all in person. It's a hybrid course, and that kind of helps with the time barrier because it still gives you that time to be at home and also the time to have more focused in-person education, especially for someone who's been out of education for a long time, who hasn't been in the school setting for a long time, or maybe isn't quite as comfortable with computers. So I'm really excited about that opportunity for the staff of HSHS. One of the biggest things that I found from having colleagues who continue their education and who have continuing education opportunities and who are encouraged to continue to develop themselves professionally and personally is that they have higher colleague engagement scores, they have higher retention rates of colleagues, and that they also have better patient outcomes. They have safer patients. And I think that's what's really important to all of this is that we're not just doing education without reason. Education supports safer patients. And at the end of the day, that's what we all care about, is providing safe, quality patient care. And one of the other things that I really thought was interesting, and that many people I think forget, is that the ANA supports, and the Code of Ethics states that as a professional nurse, you will continue your education, your professional development. And that's something that we all committed to doing when we accepted this role and title of RN. And I think that as such, we should support each other, we should encourage each other, and we should push those around us to continue to go further, do better, and lead by example. And I think all of us right now are leading by example by continuing and finishing our BSN. So I'm so proud of everyone in this class, and I can't wait to see all of you at graduation. If you're not going to be there, then it's been a great time getting to go through this program with everyone. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope that maybe we can be in some discussion boards in the future together, and if not, work together professionally. So thank you for your time today, and have a great summer. Bye.